everywhere, GBS.
Good evening and welcome to The Insight, where truth meets analysis. And my name is Emmanuel Ouma. Tonight we are going to dive into the political spectrum that has bedriddled Kenyans with a lot of protest, leaders blaming each other and everything around that. And to help me discuss this issue is Mr. Moses Nyanduga, who is a student leader. Thank you so much for making time for us. And Mr. Moses Sande Omondi, Southeast Alego Ward Member of County Assembly Aspirant 2027. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you too.
And who will be joined later by Mr. Julius Umoja, who is the Chairman, National Young Wiper Democrats. Gentlemen, thank you so much for making time. Let's just begin with this. There's a lot of things that have happened in our country, especially in the political space. One of the things is the moving out of the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua into the United States of America, ostensibly to go and dialogue with the diaspora community. Do you think that will have some kind of an impact as far as his political capital will have, Mr. Moses?
Yes, I believe.
The significance in terms of political capital of Mr. Rigathi Gachagua now taking into consideration that he has moved to the US to go and dialogue with the members of the diaspora.
In my view, politics is dynamic, and I don't see any significance in my view as far as Gachagua moving to the US. Remember, just the other day we were having a protest of the Gen Z, and some political parties and alignment threatened that Gachagua should be arrested. So the testament that Gachagua was trying to show is that I'm forced to reckon. So if you have the manpower to arrest, come and arrest me. And you remember even say that while at the airport. Yeah, that is in my view.
Now, when you look at, he has already landed in the US. Yeah. You saw the reception. Quite people are really rejuvenated to at least hear from him because he has been in the country for some time. Now that he's out, then we have other opposition figures here. Will we feel the weight that we've been feeling, the government will feel the weight?
Not really. Not
Why?
Really. You see, in each and every alignment, there is a leader. Even in a family. When the father is not there, then the children will just know that today our dad is not there. So Rigathi Gachagua is positioning himself just like the former prime minister. When he moved to the US back then, there was nothing going on. But when he resumes, then you can feel that force. Still, when he will be coming back, there will be that force. That I can assure you.
What came out as far as last week's events and the other week's events are concerned is that there have been a lot of, the president has come out angrily saying that people should be shot in the legs. Yesterday, Belgut, the member of parliament, Belgut, said that people should actually be shot and killed. Where are we as a country? Is that some of the rhetoric that some leaders should be speaking about?
Okay, in my view, that it is very much unfortunate to hear a leader, a honorable member, and even the president uttering such a word like that you should shoot to kill. Actually, where we are heading as a nation, we are heading in a very bad state as a nation.
Right.
In my experience as a security officer, it is the citizen who normally gives the police officer and the police officer the intelligence. We are heading to a situation whereby even if I know that something has happened here, But being the government is now like we are conflicting. The government and the citizens are not reading from the same page. So one may be knowing that this is what needed to be done, and they will not give information. Remember, intelligence cannot work minus citizen cooperating. Even these countries that you see people, they are rebels against the government. It's just because that citizens have now refused to give the government information. So in fact, I was very shocked if the member of parliament is one of the people sitting in the Committee of Security and Integrity. It's a sad situation to hear such a word from a honorable member.
Do you think now moving forward, this commission, the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, might summon him probably so that he can explain better, or will that just go like that?
To me,
because we saw the other day the DCI arrested one of the TikTokers who uttered something to do with that. You know?
To me, if I were the president, I would have disbanded that NCIC because he's not helping Kenya at all. Nothing at all. Because it's like the hate speech is for some people, but not others. Because you hear an MP even saying that certain people should be shot and killed, and he's not even arrested. We've not even had a summoning. But you find just someone looking for content in a TikTok saying the truth, and is being summoned of hate speech. A sad situation. That body should be disbanded.
What should we do to tame this political rhetoric, negative political rhetoric, that is only exacerbating the very dire situation that we are in?
You know, the only problem we have is that, just as you asked me of the body that is mandated to handle such crises.
Yes, NCIC.
And I understand why, in most cases, the leaders and chairmen of those organizations, they are normally taken from religious leaders. That is quite unfortunate. You know, politics is not for the faint-hearted people. And when you bring a man of God to such a dirty office,
but he can also do the job, right?
Yes, he cannot do. You know. If you compare a pastor and someone who is not a pastor, there are some tough decisions that only someone who is not a pastor can do.
For example,
a pastor will now will bring you to the verse of the Bible that you can forgive, and you are forgiving someone who cannot change. But if you bring someone who is not a pastor, like just yesterday, the member of parliament for Belgium should have been arrested by now to be questioned. But you see, he's walking free. That is quite unfortunate.
But you see, even moving forward, the voter should take responsibility, right?
Yes.
Because they're the one who are choosing these leaders.
Yes.
So should we do a lot of more voter education in terms of the types of leaders they're choosing?
The problem we have as a nation and the young generation, we are not organized. The young people are really disorganized. I'm telling you for a fact. Even as much as the current government is unpopular, they might get re-elected come 2027.
Why?
Reason being, you see, we're not organized. And the opposition peer are also not organized. And we are not seeing the new faces there in the opposition. There's nothing that they can show us that they have done. Then again, you hear people talking of Gen Z. But you see, Kenya is tribal. When it reaches a time of voting, if I'm coming from Siaya, there are Gen Zs from Siaya. If someone is coming from Western, There are Gen Zs from Western, Mount Kenya, the same. They will be regrouping. So Gen Zs from Siaya will vote for their own, even if it is a bad person. Same to Mount Kenya. It is not easy. You know, we know this history of Kenya. It is not easy for you to convince a Kikuyu Gen Z to vote for a Luo Gen Z.
But you realize,
and vice versa.
But just on that, Mr. Mondi, this issue of Gen Z started last year, 2024. Ostensibly, it was triggered by the Finance Bill 2024, which eventually was not signed into law because of that. And they came together, and you see the oneness in them, the unity that they exhibited then, and of course, I believe they're continuing that now. I think that one is one of the things that probably they will have, especially when you look at some of the slogans. They were saying they were leaderless, they were tribeless, so simply means they are not organized in tribal lines.
Yes. Are you aware there are people who are now millionaires because of that tribeless, partyless? Because of that.
You can't prove that, right?
I can prove that. That's what I can prove. Yeah. Each and every time we are going to the street, you will hear most of those activists are posting the places to buy flyers, placards, what? They are in business. And the people pushing our young people to go to street, majority are not in Kenya. And that's why I still see lapse in government on how they operate. Because even if you see on social media, the YouTube channel, right now if you say tomorrow we are going to street, maandamano, you will find some people with YouTube accounts showing live something that happened even in 2007. So you see the young people are agitated that people have reached Nairobi street. And no one is even in the street doing demonstration. And now they are coming. So such social media, the government should look on how they can handle it. But you see that oneness that they had 2024. You see, when it's like when you are doing something and someone tells you that, you know, if you go there and you pay this amount, you are getting another extra amount. So you are coming there very happily. So the young people are coming as a group. Some of them even do not know where they are going. But when voting time comes, believe me or not, because Gen Zs are not organized, we are not organized. Tutapangwa bado.
Tutapangwa. I'm not so sure about that, but definitely we'll go and look into it. Now, thank you so much for staying with GBS Television, and this is the Inside Show. I'm still Emmanuel Ouma, and with me still Mr. Moses Sande Omondi, who is the Southeast Alego Ward Member of County Assembly Aspirant 2027. Thank you for staying with us still.
Thank you.
And we have Mr. Moses Nyanduga, who is a student leader. Thank you so much for staying with us. And joining us for the first time in the show, Mr. Julius Moja, who is the chairman, National Young Wiper Democrats. Thank you so much. Mr. Sande, you realize that even as people were demonstrating, there was a group of people with clubs and rungus that were seen walking side by side by security officers. And there was some speculations that those are probably goons that are hired and what have you. What is it that brings, or rather makes it for a goon to be hired and go ahead and execute something that is not morally right?
But you see, you are again coming back to where I told you that we, the young generation, we are not organized. We are being organized by the elite. Because you see, the people who are with clubs are Gen Zs. The people who are coming to demonstrate are also Gen Zs. And now, because you see, once a government cannot handle the social welfare of its citizen, then we reach to there. Because you see, this Gen Z, maybe he do not have any parent, he is jobless. Then someone who is not a Gen Z and is in power, offer him or her what will make him or her take something back home, he will carry that club. And that's why I was telling you that when it comes to 2027, we, the young generation, if we are not organized, the government which is in place now will still be re-elected. That one I can assure you, if we are not organized. Because you see, the opposition also are also not organized. They even do not know who will vie, who will carry the flag. We have the Fred Matiang'i factor under Jubilee. We have former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua.
But the other day, Mr. Matiang'i said that he's not affiliated in any of those political parties.
You see, politicians are like pastors. They say what they want, what they want you to hear, and they talk based on where they are. Right now, if I can go to Mount Kenya, there are things that I will not say. But if I come back to my region in Siaya, there are things that I will say. That is the problem we have.
I can see you smiling.
I'm not affiliated to any party as at now. I want it to be clear on that.
Yeah.
The government, I know it is unpopular as we speak. I work in several offices, and I can tell you, people are going through a lot.
A lot.
But I can also advise the opposition, if they wish, they can take it or leave it. But that when it will come a time, this is just a secret. When it comes a time of electing or selecting the candidate for the president, if that candidate will come from Mount Kenya, then the President William Ruto will be the president by 8 a.m. That one I can assure you.
Well,
yes, Rigathi Gachagua is a force to reckon. But if they can find how they can organize their team, because you see my friend Julius, Julius alluded that Kalonzo Musyoka will be on the ballot. You see, there's how human brain is packed. You know, right now, if I just say that we want to go to demonstration, I must be in front. For people to follow me, I must accept to die with them. But you see, the former VP, whom I respect.
Which one? Kalonzo Musyoka?
Kalonzo Musyoka,
yeah, okay.
Whom I respect most, need to be advised that when it comes to moving with people, he should be moving with people, and he should be in front.
But he was there the other day, I think, huh?
Just to correct it. Just to correct
No, forget about the media. Listen.
During the
Allow me to
demonstration.
complete. Allow me to complete.
Yes.
Forget about the media briefing. I think you should understand what demonstration entails. You see, the person who at least tried it was former Chief Justice David Baraga. At least he tried it.
But he only talked to you.
Yeah, but he tried. Somebody can see he was with us until we were tear gassed. Then we went. But where was your party leader?
On 25th.
Yes.
On 25th.
Yeah.
We started from Holy Family Basilica with the party leader. Then we came to town. We're in town.
But you only carried flowers.
No.
You were taking them somewhere.
The flowers were symbolic.
Yeah.
The flowers were symbolic. Because that day we were celebrating 1 year anniversary of our brothers and sisters who were killed last year. So the first thing was supposed to give them the respect they deserve. Well, we were going there to lay flowers. The flowers were laid as a sign of respect. Then from there, we went to the streets. Even the time all these things were happening, party leader was in town. And also we work on an NIS report. You cannot just go there blindly thinking that you'll be there, because people have different minds. And my party leader, all those people who are injured during that demonstration, we were with him. He went to Kenyatta National Hospital. He visited those people. And he also helped in sorting out the bills there. Is that not leading on front? Secondly,
no, the bills were sorted
when no, you see, no. If you want evidence, I have it here.
You see,
Then secondly,
just hold on.
Secondly,
The cabinet secretary in charge of health released a statement that all the injuries that were sustained during that, the bills have been paid by the, including Boniface Kariuki's.
what made him sort is because of also the press that we had released on the same. You see, at times the government is responding to things once they have been pressurized. Yes. Is when they respond to things. Even that bill, for it to be paid, the pressure came from the united opposition. Secondly, when Boniface Kariuki was killed, he was with him in the hospital. Today he went to bury him. Is that not leading by front?
That is not leading
is
by
that
front.
not leading by front?
when it comes to real demonstration,
What is real demonstration? What is real demonstration?
when people are on the street, I think that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka should read books of Rigathi and the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga.
Why?
Otherwise, if he was reading those books, right now people will be mentioning Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka the way we are now mentioning Rigathi. And he just left government just the other day, and he is a face to reckon.
Do you want to tell me something mentioned?
No, Mr. Moses.
Yes.
You see, there's a lot of things. We say publicity is publicity, whether negative or positive. Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is one of the respected individuals in our country. He served as a vice president before, and he's fronting himself for the presidential candidate come next year, subject to the negotiations that they will be having.
I'm not objecting to that.
Yeah.
Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka can make a good president. Yes. What I'm trying to say, he needs to up his game.
Okay.
He can be a good president.
All right. We'll come back. Now, thank you so much for staying with GBS Television. I'm still Emmanuel Oma. Moses Sande, Southeastern Lego, member of County Assembly aspirant 2027, is still here with us. Mr. Moses Nyanduga is still here with us, student leader. And Mr. Julius Umoja, chairperson, National Young Wiper Democrats, is still with us. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for still staying with us. And I want to start with you, Mr. Moses Sande. What do you think, what difference will you make in the County Assembly of Siaya now that you want to unseat the current MCA?
I cannot say that there's a difference that I'm going to make, but I have a plan with the people of Southeast Alego,
which is
Ward 2027.
What's the plan?
No, I'm coming from a very humble background. I must say that I'm coming from a very poor background, and that is known in the entire community. And where I have reached is a testament. You know, when you are a total orphan, you can know lacking school fee, what it means. Healthcare, security. And one of the reasons that is also making me to front myself of the people of Southeast Alego 2027, I'm coming from a very small village called Ndisi. Last year, that school was featured on a standard newspaper. And the way the standard put it, that the loudest teacher carries the day. As in, you find we have one classroom hosting 2 classes. If it is class 1 and class 2, it is just a hall like this, a madhouse. Then you find class 1 are facing the other side, class 2 are facing the other side.
So those are some of the things that
teachers are teaching. So if a member of county assembly cannot take even an initiative of even constructing even a single classroom, you see, when you are a leader, you cannot tell that you must wait for a location. How many times have we been added to WhatsApp group and you are contributing and you even don't know those people? So we just know what we want to do and get it done right.
Sande, your final remarks, and probably speak to your voters.
My final remarks, I want to put it addressed to the government, and I want to bring into the context
Under 1 minute, please.
yeah, of marriage. You see, when you marry someone, you as the husband, you are the head of the family. And you must protect this your wife from external people, maybe your extended families. The same should apply to your wife. But with the current government, you see, you can the character you cannot change, behavior you can change. But you see, it can reach a point where you've defended your wife to an extent that you cannot defend it no more. And this is now the current state we have. There are people who supported this government. But the way things are now moving, terrible.
Terrible. And